Here are some challenges for you to practice working with functions. 1. Doing arithmetic with functions. Create two functions, add and multiply. Each should take 2 arguments. The add function should sum its arguments and return the result, and multiply should multiply its arguments. Using only these 2 functions, solve this simple mathematical problem. 36,325 9,824 777. 2. Are these arrays the same? Write a function called arraySumme that takes 2 arrays of numbers as arguments. It should return true if the 2 arrays are the same, that is, they have the same numbers in the same order, and false if they are different. Try running the following code to make sure your functions are working correctly. arraySumme 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. False. arraySumme 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. True. arraySumme 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. False. Hint 1. You will need to use a for loop to go through each of the values in the first array to see whether they are the same in the second array. You can return false in the for loop if you find a value that's not equal. Hint 2. You can leave the function early and skip the for loop altogether if the arrays are different lengths. 3. Hangman. Using functions. Go back to your Hangman game from chapter 7. We're going to rewrite it using functions. I've rewritten the final Hangman code here, but with certain parts of the code replaced by function calls. All you need to do is write the functions. / write your functions here. var word equals pick word. var answer array equals setup answer array word. var remaining letters equals word length, while remaining letters 0. Show player progress answer array. var guess equals get guess. If guess equals no break. Else if guess length equals 1. Alert, please enter a single letter. Else var correct guesses equals update a gamma state a guess word answer array. Remaining letters equals correct guesses. Show answer and congratulate a player answer array. This version of the code using functions is almost as simple as the pseudocode version from chapter 7. var show player progress equals function answer array / use alert to show the player their progress. var guess equals function / use prompt to get a guess. var update a gamma state equals function guess word answer array / update answer array and return a number showing how many / times the guess appears in the word, so remaining letters / can be updated. var show answer and congratulate a player equals function answer array / use alert to show the answer and congratulate the player. So far, we've been using JavaScript to do relatively simple things like print text to the browser console or display an alert or prompt dialog. But you can also use JavaScript to manipulate, control, or modify and interact with the HTML you write in web pages. In this chapter, we'll discuss 2 tools that will allow you to write much more powerful JavaScript, the DOM and jQuery. The DOM, or Document Object Model, is what allows JavaScript to access the content of a web page. Web browsers use the DOM to keep track of the elements on a page, such as paragraphs, headings, and other HTML elements, and JavaScript can manipulate DOM elements in various ways. For example, you will soon see how you can use JavaScript to replace the main heading of the HTML document with input from a prompt dialog. We'll also look at a useful tool called jQuery, which makes it much easier to work with the DOM. jQuery gives us a set of functions that we can use to choose which elements to work with and to make changes to those elements. In this chapter, we'll learn how to use the DOM in jQuery to edit existing DOM elements and create new DOM elements, giving us full control over the content of our web pages from JavaScript. We'll also learn how to use jQuery to animate DOM elements, for example, fading elements in and out. When you load an HTML document into a browser, the browser converts the elements into a tree-like structure. This tree is known as the DOM tree. Figure 9:1 shows a simple DOM tree, the same tree we used in Chapter 5 to illustrate the hierarchy of HTML. The browser gives JavaScript programmers a way to access and modify this tree structure using a collection of methods called the DOM. Figure 9:1. The DOM tree for a simple HTML document, like the one we made in Chapter 5. ID. This H1 element has an ID attribute. Main heading. Hello World. In this example, the ID of main heading will let us identify, and eventually change, this particular heading without affecting other elements or even other H1 headings. ID. DOM method document.getElementBid to return the main heading. Element. Var heading element. Equals. Document. .getElementBid. Main heading. By calling document.getElementBid main heading, we tell the browser to look for the element with the ID of main heading. This call returns a DOM object that corresponds to the ID, and we save this DOM object to the variable heading element. Once we've selected an element, we can manipulate it with JavaScript. For example, we can use the inner HTML property to retrieve and replace the text inside the selected element. Heading element. Inner HTML. This code returns the HTML contents of heading element, the element we selected using getElementBid. In this case, the content of this element is the text Hello World that we entered between the tags. Figure 9:2. Our page with the dialog open. Enter the text JavaScript is awesome into the dialog and click OK. The heading should update instantly with the new text, as shown in Figure 9:3. Figure 9:3. Our page after the heading change. Using the inner HTML property, we can change the content of any DOM element using JavaScript. The built-in DOM methods are great, but they're not very easy to use. Because of this, many developers use a set of tools called jQuery to access and manipulate the DOM tree. jQuery is a JavaScript library, a collection of related tools, mostly functions, that gives us, in this case, a simpler way to work with DOM elements. Once we load a library onto our page, we can use its functions and methods in addition to those built into JavaScript and those provided by the browser.